So we now have 5 coins opened. And this one is a Pepe coin, Pepe Bikini. I'm going to check whether such a coin has been made before. Pepe Bikini. Because you always got to check for the name, whether it's original or maybe it is stolen. But as you can see here, it is original. And the reason I checked actually is I do like this meme, like a Pepe bikini. That is, I think, with much potential. But the first thing I see, 26% developer holding. So I'm shocked that people are trading this coin because it must be a scam. So once you see such a big number, you got to, go away from this coin because they are likely to be rugs. Anything over 10%, I'm not even really looking at. Not really even looking at. This coin 10k has some weird price action here. Not sure if it's a glitch or real, but let's take a look. And again, if you look at holder distribution, we see a different kind of issue now. As you can see here, you can see top 20 wallets, but there is only 10 people holding this coin. As you can see here, the first 10 people in the list, and there is gaps. So there is 10 non-existent wallets which are yet to be claimed if someone buys in. So basically there is 10 holders of this coin, which means there is no community at the moment. And it makes me really hesitant to enter coins which don't have at least 20 people holding it. So this one, you would either have to wait for more people to ape into the project and find out about it, or just close it. And I will just close it in this coin's case. This coin is a slow mooner, but there is a big issue. You can see it was created on 29th of April and now it's 22nd May. So it's been 23 days. It has been moving just recent 5 days, and that as well extremely slowly. And there is no developer because most likely it's a CTO. Developer lost faith and sold out. So this kind of slow mooner I would not ape into. This is an example of what not to join. Just my opinion. Because slow mooners got to move up like in the next few days or in the next few hours even. Would be the most ideal, but certainly not for weeks. And sure, they can make you profits and they can be way safer, but you don't want to freeze your funds for weeks to come. You can see here this coin had its first wave, and then we can see a nice bullish cup for a second wave, and most likely the volume kicked back in. And you can see that holds true, and this looks very magnificent, like a Colosseum, for example. Funny, very nice bullish volume candles you can see. Initial surge in volume, then it dies down in this stage, kind of an accumulation zone, as you can see here, at like $10k, $12k in market cap. You can see the volume surged and the coin went to $40k. So this could have been a 3 or 4x trade if you found this second wave setup, which is unfortunate that we didn't, because I love second wave setups, really. 1.5% burned by CTO, so which means that the developer most likely dumped here and the community decided to take over the coin and make some of their money back. So that is, can be good, can be bad, because CTOs, the issue with them is there is lots of coins to choose from. So sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. So yeah, it's a mixed sign, kind of. It's not really bearish, and not necessarily a red flag, but not a green flag either. There is lots of memes, that is nice for sure. But they do look kind of simple, don't they? Just the hats and the same image here. But this interface does look great, kind of. No domain bot really, just the subscription or something of this website making platform Bento. So it does scream a bit low effort, which is not an issue because if there is a website that already is a great sign, which has 80 members and 28 people in the voice chat, that is great. Very, very nice. And people are talking here, even though it's the admin, but Hyping up the chat is great. If we are having discussions here, that means there is a community. That is great. So in terms of this coin's Telegram, good job. And there were rates as well. And rates are a green flag, that's for sure. Now we want to check the pinned messages. The burns, that is amazing. But the DEX screener, because the coin is at $40K in market cap. So it's about the time to prepay the DEX now. And I would even say it's too late. Ideally at 20K, 30K it should be done by then already, in my opinion. But this coin is high up, but clearly a nice second wave setup. And if it comes back down, it can have another try and have its third wave. So I'm going to delete this. It was an accident. Now, if it comes down from here, if it dips down, and another accumulation phase happens to form, this very well can go for a third wave and literally send to radium from this accumulation zone and the third wave. So even coins which are high up, you should still screen. So I'm going to keep this open for now. In case it comes back down, we could even trade it. But yeah, I only trade slow mooners or second, third waivers. So this is my rule. Or radium coins, which, as you know today, have been really dry. Now this coin doesn't really look attractive for one reason. Because it's a classic pattern. Usually coins die in those cases. After its first initial surge in volume, initial first wave, it just forms this mountain pattern. You can see just one big wave. And then volume goes to zero and coin goes to zero. No matter how low or high it is, 95% of them are going to die and they are not going to form this sort of a move. But you can keep those coins open even though those are not the coins to ape into. You might think you're buying into the dip here, but as you can see here, the dip keeps dipping and you got to look at the volume and it's clearly not there anymore, not really sufficient. So you can keep those coins open and track them in case they can form an accumulation zone, accumulation phase, and then go for another wave, second wave, third wave. Sometimes they have four waves even. If they can't hit radium, coins are going to wave if the community stays strong and the developer doesn't sell. But from here, the volume is sufficient for sure. But yes, the play here is to wait for it to come down and hopefully to resurrect. They come down fast, so in 30 minutes, we're going to be able to tell whether it has second wave potential or not. But this clearly looks like a hot second wave. This coin, I didn't even manage to analyze it, but it's dead by now, so just going to close it. So just to show you as well, coins go down really fast, especially the ones which are $10K in market cap or below. Those are the ones that are going to die the quickest. If the coin hits at least 15K, that is a safe down in my opinion, because they are more discarded by people, they have more attention, more demand, more interest, and they die more hardly, they die more slowly, and they have more potential to go up in its first wave. Now we can see burns here as well. Developer in the voice chat, will the DEX be prepaid? Always a great question. Important question, and the developer should tell very precisely at what market cap is it going to be paid, because if he's not telling you this, he most likely doesn't plan on paying the DEX screener. So developer should be precise. For example, if he tells you, I'm going to prepay the DEX screener at King of the Hill, then he has an obligation. He made a promise, and that's when you look if he's transparent. And if he doesn't prepay the DEX, then you got to cash out really quickly, because he's going to dump on you, of course. So make sure he tells the exact time in the group chat, the exact market cap when he's planning on prepaying the DEX, if you already haven't. And obviously join coins that have prepaid DEXs, because you have a safety net. So if you trade the first wave, make sure the DEX is prepaid at least, if possible. Now this website looks great in my opinion, even though simple, but this looks meme-ish, if you know what I mean. because it looks great, you know, the bright blue, the yellow, they match kind of, and it looks pleasing for the eyes, you know. So average website, but I do like it. I do think it's better than others. Let's now join the group. And if you guys are new, make sure that you subscribe and turn on notifications because we're streaming literally every single day for a few hours, and we provide 100% educational content. Like I even rewatch my streams to you know to learn from them, and of course to just revise what I've said, to learn from myself even, because those streams are really great in my opinion. Streaming every single day. So yeah, pinned messages, burns, just one pinned message, that's kind of bad. We can see no other information. Ideally, I want to see more info pinned, like announcements and stuff. But 23 people in the voice chat, that's more than sufficient. My usual minimum is 15, and my usual minimum in terms of members is 50. But we witnessed a rug right now, because it was deleted right now. So this most likely is rugging as I'm speaking. Let's take a look. As you can see here, chart is dumping. So this is very bad. In the real time, during this live, we witnessed a rug pull, as you can see right here. We did not check distribution, right? But we made no conclusion either. We're still examining the coin, so that is very interesting. This is how quick it can happen. But most likely the case is that the developer sold, and what they do right away is they close the group chat, so it's no longer accessible and no one can view the past messages, no nothing. So they pretty much delete, you know, the proof of this happening and everything. You can see here, Ducku developer sold 7.4 so, and right away, probably he's another wallet because he literally sold seconds apart, seconds after the developer, and this was 5.3 so. So most likely this was his other wallet, and then everyone is selling now, and people last to sell are obviously selling pennies. As you can see, someone sold $2, someone sold $6, $10. So you can't even cash out when this sort of thing happens, you know. And the developer profited quite well with this, I would assume. He put in just 2 so, and he made 5 so because he cashed out 7. So this is $1K that he made. So very lucrative for him, but of course sucks for others.